If you've ever watched a guitarist and thought, they're not doing much, but it sounds really effective, there's a strong chance they're using triads. Triads are chords stripped down to what actually matters, and they give us more control over rhythm, clarity, and space. If you want to go deeper into the theory, there's a video I did here linked. Today we're looking at 4 very recognizable songs that can really help you dial it in, and it's nothing complicated, just great timing and feel. These small shapes do a lot of work. The first gem we look at today is Jack and Diane by John Cougar Mellencamp. We're focusing on the verse of this song because this is where the triads shine. We have 3 main shapes. The first one, index finger plants flat across the B and the E, 5th fret, middle finger plays fret 6 on the G. If you look a little bit closer and you know your bar chords, this shape is the highest 3 notes of the A major bar chord. So here we are. We have this little A major triad. We move down to a little familiar triangle shape like a D, but we slide it up 2 frets and it becomes an E. And then the third shape is the D triad. We're not going to play the open D string with this, we're just going to play the G, B and E strings. Putting these into context of the order within the song, we have the A, then the E, D, E, A, E, D, E, A. Add in the rhythm and flourishes that really breathe life into this. We play the A, then on the up strum, we add the 3rd finger to the 7th fret E, cut that short, move to the E chord, down, up, down to the D, down, up, cut that short, back up to the E, but we're going to mobilise our pinky to play an E sus4 by adding it to the 5th fret of the E string. So we're going to play E, E sus4, E. The second time round it varies very slightly towards the end. If you want to create some movement, we can add some mutes in there. And now to speed, play along. 3, 4. A little ditty about Jack and Diane. Portland. Jack, you're gonna be a football star. This is a great starting point because all 3 triads are on the same strings. In the recording, you can clearly hear the guitar. So when you're ready, try and play along, or at least listen to the recording so you can get the sound of it in your head. Now let's take the time to open things up a little bit. Number 2 is Under Pressure by Queen. We've got that awesome bass line, but also, if you listen, we've got these lovely picked triads sprinkled around. Pushing down on me, pressing down on you, no manners. Under pressure. Again, we're looking at the intro and verse to this song, and the guitar part is so exposed that chord clarity and timing are paramount. So remember to breathe. The chords in this song have a very different role, and they act as a shimmering build to give the groove clarity and punch. We've got 3 chords, but we've got 4 triad shapes, and that's the beauty of different voicings. The first one is a D, G, B and E strings, and if you look at the shape closely, it's the high 3 notes of a D major bar chord. Index finger 5th fret E, pinky 7th fret B, 3rd finger 7th fret G. The next chord shape, we revert into the D shape again. So we remember we've got this D shape here, but we're going to move it up to frets 9 and 10. That gives us an A triad. Again, we're on the G, B and E strings. We then move this down 2 frets, and that gives us a G major triad. Listen to the sound comparison when we play the open G. And then the 4th triad shape is an A again, but we're going to play it in the same place we did on Jack and Diane. So flat finger, 5th fret, B string, E string, and middle finger, 6th fret, G string. So play those through once. So now we've got 2 different positions, 2 different voicings for an A chord. Picking wise, if we start with the D shape, so it all rings out nice and free. We've got G, B, G, E, G. And that's the same picking pattern throughout all the triad shapes. And that repeats. We're going to do that 2 times in a row. It's a little bit slower than the song. 2, 3, 4. Pressure pushing down on me, pressing down on you, no man else. Under pressure, the bands are building down, split a family in 2, puts people on the street. If you have access to a looper, we can layer this up as a practice session to record the bass line using a looper and then play the chord picking part over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you've got that mellow picking sorted, we can move on to number 3, which is way more about upbeat, rhythmic triads. Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard by Simon and Garfunkel is an awesome opener to a song. It's upbeat, it's light, it's got momentum, it gets us excited straight away. 3 triads we have in this song, and this is really about percussive, quick moving rhythm. Triad number 1 is the A major triad. You've already met this one. Triad number 2 is a D6, 777, G, B, E strings. The way we play this in the song, because it's super quick, is play the A and then flatten the 3rd finger across those strings. If you're not able to do that, slide the index finger up to the 7th fret. And the 3rd triad shape is the E major, which you've also already been introduced to. Rhythmically, walking through this slowly, we have A major, down, up, down. Then lift the fingers off the fretboard, but still touching the strings for an up mute. Plant the 3rd finger, down, up, down on the D6. Then we come back to the A, up, up, and down to the E, up, down, up, mute, mute. Play this through so you can hear how this links together. 3, 4. Some of those mutes are going to be while you're changing chord. The important thing is to keep that hand moving down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up the whole way through, and really concentrate on muting the other strings so none of them ring out. So you might be doing that with the top finger, or you might be doing that with this hand here. They work as a team, and that's really important when you're playing triads. This takes us perfectly onto number 4, which is Can't Stand Losing You by The Police.
I called you so many times today. I guess I told you what your girlfriend say.
This song is perfectly about rhythm and restraint. They really complement the groove. The triads are about the chuck. They imply the harmony, but the bass does the groundwork. The triads in this song really serve to create an element of desperation. They're on every beat and they're really short and snappy. They're creating the drive of what's happening in the song. The 3 shapes are a D minor. We're only playing the G, B and E strings. We then have the 5-5-5 on the G, B and E string, which if you look closer is the high notes of the A minor bar chord. So that's essentially an A minor. We slide down and we have the same with a G minor. So we have D minor, A minor, G minor. That's it. It's all about the playing style. We want short and snappy. The way to do this is mute with both hands. So we're playing the D minor there, and as soon as we've played it, almost immediately lift the fingers off the fretboard so they mute the strings. We're also going to choke those strings with this hand as well. Short. The way I like to play it is with the pick right next to the bridge. So we get that really small trebly sound, which really lends itself to the feel of this song. So the basic rhythm is 1, 2, A minor, 3, 4, G minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I called you so many times today. I guess I told you what your girlfriend say. You don't ever want to see me again. And your brother's gonna kill me and he's 6 feet 10.
This is so much about the rhythm and feel. Those triads have a brief, momentary time to breathe, and then you cut them short. The irony is, this seemingly simple chord pattern is not as easy as you may think. In order to play this successfully, you need to be relaxed and sharp and really in with the groove. The best way to make these triads stick is to play. Play along with the recording, get your groove on. If you are curious about loopers, check out this next video where I break down from the beginning the 5 first things you should do to get up and running with your looper. I will see you next time.